Welcome to this episode. Today we're diving into the critical role contract research organizations, or CROs, play in translational biotech. It's a deep dive into how these partners help early-stage platforms move from promising scientific ideas to robust, decision-ready evidence.
Yeah, it's a fascinating topic, especially from the perspective of the Biotech International Institute, or BII, which really emphasizes their philosophy, mechanism first, validation always. That sets the tone for how CROs fit into the bigger picture.
Exactly. And since our audience is expert level, we're going to explore the technical nuances and strategic implications of CRO partnerships, not just the basics. So starting off, why do CROs matter so much in early-stage biotech?
Well, it's about turning scientific potential into structured, reproducible, and regulatory-aligned data. Early-stage platforms often have strong hypotheses and promising mechanisms. But hypotheses alone don't cut it when you're trying to convince investors, regulators, or collaborators. CROs provide standardized, validated methods and objective data that stakeholders need to make informed decisions.
Right, it's that shift from, this is a promising idea, to, here's what the data actually shows so far. And that's crucial because translational progress depends on measurable, reproducible evidence, not just concepts.
And the scope of CRO support is pretty broad. They handle everything, from receptor binding studies and functional cell-based assays to biomarker panels that confirm pathway relevance. Then there's ADME and PK/PD studies to understand exposure and activity, formulation and stability testing, toxicology and safety screening, animal model studies, and even field validation. Plus, they produce regulatory-aligned reports to facilitate future submissions.
Yeah, and what's key is that the data they generate isn't just interesting. It has to be clearly generated, properly documented, methodologically sound, reproducible where possible, and tied to defined endpoints with appropriate controls. That's what makes it usable for partners and regulators.
That's where the real value of CROs comes in. Their standardization. They operate under established protocols, quality control systems, and regulatory-aware documentation. Internal exploratory work is great for hypothesis generation, but CROs act as the quality control and evidence architects, ensuring the data is trustworthy and credible.
I like that analogy. It really captures their role. And BII's portfolio shows how diverse CRO applications can be. Take Neuroforol, for example. CROs support receptor profiling, CB2R/CB1R selectivity studies, neuroinflammation panels, ADME, PK/PD, and early safety evaluation. The big question there is whether the scaffold concept can be evaluated through measurable receptor, pathway, and safety data.
Then there's NeuroReset, where CROs evaluate multi-site biological activity, neuroinflammation endpoints, relapse vulnerability models, and formulation considerations. The CRO question is about which standardized studies can clarify if the platform's mechanism deserves further translational development.
Mycoforol is another interesting case. CROs support assays related to BDNF, NGF, and TRKA, fungal-inspired compound characterization, cytotoxicity screening, and pharmacology. The question is whether neurotrophic and pathway-related signals can be measured consistently and responsibly.
And for precision peptides, CROs test peptide stability, degradation, solubility, delivery, PK/PD, target engagement, safety, and formulation compatibility. The focus is on whether engineered peptide concepts can be tested for stability, exposure, activity, and tolerability.
Don't forget AgriShield X, which is a bioecological livestock protection platform. CROs and animal health partners conduct fly control assays, repellency studies, formulation stability, tolerance testing, livestock field trials, residue analysis, and environmental safety. The key question is whether the platform performs safely and consistently under controlled and real-world conditions.
What's interesting is that CROs don't just confirm strengths, they also reveal risks early on. Weak activity in assays, poor formulation stability, unexpected toxicity, solubility issues, reproducibility problems, manufacturing variability, or field performance limitations. These findings might be uncomfortable but are invaluable for making informed go/no-go decisions.
Absolutely. Early risk identification saves time and capital, and it's part of responsible development. It's not a setback. It's a necessary step in maturing a platform.
And the data packages CROs generate are critical communication tools. They support technical diligence, investor updates, grant applications, regulatory planning, university collaborations, licensing talks, study budgeting, and next stage development decisions. So CRO partnerships are strategic collaborations, not just outsourced services.
That's a key point. Choosing the right CRO matters a lot. It's not just about running tests. The right CRO brings scientific excellence, relevant assay expertise, regulatory-aware documentation, transparent communication, realistic timelines, strong data integrity, and a willingness to collaborate on early-stage questions.
Yeah, the right CRO helps build a validation pathway, not just deliver data. And that ties into responsible claims. CRO data grounds what can be responsibly said about a platform. Early-stage data means preliminary claims, and any limitations identified should inform next steps and public messaging. This protects credibility and future development.
And it's important to remember that CROs complement universities and industry partners. Universities excel in exploratory science, mechanism studies, and disease models. CROs provide standardized testing, safety studies, PK/PD, formulation testing, and regulatory-grade data. Industry partners then focus on scale-up, manufacturing, commercialization, and regulatory strategy. Together, they create a robust development ecosystem.
Exactly. And BII's CRO collaboration journey reflects this structured approach. Define the objective, select endpoints, design the study, execute with quality, analyze data, and decide next steps, whether to advance, refine, retest, reformulate, or redirect. This workflow turns research stage work into decision-ready development.
So to wrap up, CROs matter because they transform platform potential into measurable, reproducible, and regulatory-aligned evidence. They bring structure, specialized capabilities, and objective data that underpin responsible development. For BII, it's about no hype, no shortcuts, no claims ahead of evidence. Just better studies, better data, and better decisions.
Well said. It's a reminder that in translational biotech, evidence is everything, and CROs are essential partners in building that evidence responsibly. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.